Hello everybody, Nick here, and welcome to another episode of Black Mesa. Today we are going to be playing through chapter Residue Processing, which that's the area we just went through to get into here. And I just wanted to show you that apprehension was the last video, however, it doesn't look like the actual name for the chapter showed up at any point, so just wanted to point that out really quickly before we get started on this chapter. And again, I think I should be able to play through the whole chapter in this episode. Maybe might take a tiny bit longer than that, but we'll see. So anyways, at the end of the last episode, we actually had all of our weapons taken from us, so again, now we only have the crowbar and that stuff again, so it puts us kind of back in the beginning state again without actually making us start everything over. So Residue Processing is again very light on combat, because again, you're kind of at the beginning state again, so you get to see a little bit into the different stuff. And just warning you now, this chapter is jumping puzzles, and more jumping puzzles, so y'all know how good I am at jumping puzzles at this point, especially if you guys have been watching me, which
minor fracture detected.
Is not at all horrible with jumping puzzles. But having a chapter full of jumping puzzles is what could possibly happen that would cause us problems in here. Other than, not being able to jump. I guess that's the way down. You have to go under. This is kind of a little bit weird of a layout, so.
Power 15%.
And now we're down here. So yes, we have the bridge down here, which collapsed from all the vats, the different hazardous things, and basically that means you have to platform across them. Like that. And you have to press here. And going through. Is this one? No, this one doesn't go in, so we can just do that. And that gets past the first one. Of course. So then we end up in another one of these rooms. And surprise!
Minor lacerations detected.
Surprise, I died again. There is a way back. Oh, that's right. You need to jump. Because, jumping. Let's just jump. Jumping some more. Jumping. Okay. Now that we've got that out of our system. Little guy behind the window, we can never get in there. And We're jumping. And I'll fall into the radioactive stuff that time. But then there's some first aid right here. So yes, now this allows us to get back over here. If you want to do the first puzzle again, I don't know why you would. And this goes to a head crab.
Power 25%. Minor lacerations detected.
Get some more ammo back here. That one technically goes to the third puzzle, which, if I remember right, doesn't have a ladder, so if you mess up that one, you have to redo both of these again. So yeah. Let's see if we can get that one right this time. Yes, we did. Break the boxes just in case they have stuff in them. And I don't remember loading screen there before. Oh, did they make it so we didn't have to do the third puzzle? I don't remember that being that way before. Let's just break all the boxes while we're here. Let's see if we get anything out of them. Doesn't look like it. So away we go. And now comes the fun part. Or somewhat fun. At least this part is not a jumping puzzle. But it is really confusing to navigate, so... time to jump in. There's a ladder. So yeah, that door's locked. Because you haven't got to the other side of the map, you have to go through there. So the crush we get to avoid. Then you have to jump back in. Takes you down. And through here. Up. Surface again. First more air. And then you get to jump back in again. This takes you in fires. Again. And then there's another one of those things. I don't remember how you get past this one. Is it just crouching under it? Yeah, you just go under it. And there's a little side area over here. You can get out. And get some health. So yeah, this one is, again, supposed to be one of the easier levels. Now you can get back around to there. You can get back up to here, so these different areas are now all connected, so if you do end up having to do any part, you can get back easily. There's also this up here, where, if I remember right, there's a whole bunch of stuff down this way. Maybe not as much as there was before, but... yeah, a little bonus area. Get rewarded for exploring some more. And the only thing about it is you have to jump back in here again and continue. Continue some more. And this takes you into here. There you get this this gun again. And have that guy get a blast in the face. So this again up here, or back to the first room. And there's another little bonus from over here. Oh. This one needs to be switched off, if I remember right. Yeah. Because you don't want to get killed when you have to go down that, but... And kill that one. And apparently they can't see through metal grates. Which is fine with me, but... So we can go down here. There's gotta be something down here too, if I remember right. Maybe there isn't, but I could have thought there was. Maybe it's just the bonus of not having to get killed by those things? I know you're writing down that bizarre thing. I think that might be it. But... So yes, we have to jump in here. Ah, that's what it's there for. So if you do forget to turn that off. So yes, this takes us to the next fun part. In this one, there is going to be lots of saving. Because this is really hard. So F6 here. Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot here. F6. And another F6. Yeah, this is just very hard to do. Are going to have problems here if we mess this up. A lot of this is just knowing where you need to go. So, this is the first safe point in here, so I'll save here. Get a little side room. And you have to move a platform across like that. And jump over. Not fall, like I just did.
Major fracture. Minor lacerations detected.
There you go, head cap. And of course, since I fell, we're just gonna do that. And I'm back up here again. See, so much easier when you don't fall. Now this one I've never figured out how to get through without never figured out how to get through that one without taking damage. Real safe spot again. Take all that damage from the fire. Go through a little bit of stuff again. However, the way to continue going is to jump down here. Oh, I never noticed there was ammo up there, but I kind of missed that. And this one is the way to go. Kill them. Now, here's the next fun part. Another save. And technically on the wrong side there. And you have to jump on the beam and do that a few times. And I got through that. Awesome. And that takes you into here. Don't jump down in the crusher. Instead, you come over here. And you get some more armor. And there we go. So now that's done. And then there's another one here. And jump down here. And you don't get killed by those. Because their tongues definitely get in the way here. And finally get a whole bunch of ammo and stuff here. Have to, again, still building up our weapon arsenal again, so... And loading screen, right? Alright, so this is the end of the chapter pretty much. I have these guys to kill. If I can shoot them. And a convenient little board placed over. So, might as well look in the box, see if we get anything. We didn't. I don't know if this stuff's automatically decided for the boxes or what, so... It's always worth trying to break some of them, see if you get anything out of it. And that's going to actually take us to the end of Residue Processing and into the next chapter, which is Vegetable Ethics, which is probably my favorite chapter of the game, so thank you guys. I think I'm going to actually end it here, and we'll start that chapter in the next episode, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.